what I've learned from this project is that many carers are from culturally diverse backgrounds don't access supports in the same way that people from non-culturally diverse backgrounds tend to access supports. And so going online to My Aged Care, for example, even ringing My Aged Care can be quite challenging, particularly for people who maybe have never had the opportunity to go to school and don't read and write, or read and write just a little bit. They'll be relying on other family members, younger family members, to assist them with accessing services and supports. Their ideas about some of the services and supports can be quite different from people from a more Western background as well. So things like respite can be quite challenging for carers from culturally diverse backgrounds, because the idea of putting the older person, into a residential facility for a couple of weeks so the carers can have a break may not make sense to them. They want to go with them. And again, it's that idea of the family. You don't separate your family. You're all together. You're all in it together. I'd like to explore that a little bit more. I'd like to learn a bit more around how carers access care at the Carer Gateway, for example. People from culturally diverse backgrounds, do they actually use that service? I suspect that's a bit more hit and miss. So I'd like to learn more about that, and I'll be putting forward some more grant applications around that to try and get some money so we can learn a bit more about that, with a view also to developing some more resources. The other thing people have told us or shared with us is that they really value having a person to talk to across their hospital discharge and care transition. And while that happens to varying degrees from the inpatient sector, there's quite a lot of hit and miss with that too. And of course, that's not to blame health practitioners or health services. I think everyone appreciates just how much work people are doing and the increasing demands. But I have questions around how we do that as health services and health practitioners, and whether we can do that better. And I'm very interested in exploring a navigator role and how that might work with a focus on culturally diverse people to support them across that transition, and hopefully link them in a little bit, perhaps a little bit more early with services and supports as they go home from hospital. The idea being to keep people at home as independently as we can, which is what most people want. We know that from the literature, and again, people have told me that we've been interviewing as well. No one wants to go to a nursing home or into care. So that's the work that we'll be exploring through further grants.